Test.
Right. Good morning, Nairobi. Louder, come on. We're competing with Lagos, Cairo, and Cape Town. So I want us to be the loudest people out of all the 4 cities we're hosting the event with. So one more time. Good morning, Nairobi. Good morning. Loving it. We need your voices today because this is about you. It's not about this, just about the speakers on stage. It's about you getting interactive. It's about you asking questions, you expressing your opinions. So we want to hear lots of voices, lots of chatter throughout the day. So it's great to hear that you guys are going to be loud and we're going to beat the other cities. Yay! First of all, I want to say a huge thank you to Strathmore University for hosting us. You guys have been amazing and very welcoming, and thank you so much for the space and for allowing us to be here today. A second big thank you to our foundational partners, GAP. Stand up, GAP. They're doing some amazing work on the continent, not just on the continent, but around the world. I'm not going to steal their limelight. They are going to come on stage in a bit and tell us all about themselves, but they're here for the day. Please do talk to all our lovely representatives and find out about opportunities. And then a huge thank you to our recruiting partners and associate partners who have taken time out of their very busy days to be here, for their very busy day to be here to talk to us about career paths, talk to us about job opportunities, and also early career professionals who are here to tell us their stories. So I am very excited. I hope you guys are too. Now, Amin,
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
What is yes? I'm testing him.
Oh, of course. So first of all, hello everyone. So Yes is a platform. It's a platform that was created to bring together the energy sector with you, the youth. So early career professionals, entrepreneurs, and in this case, graduates. And the aim is to, first of all, create conversations between high-level stakeholders and young people to basically build the future of the energy sector. We do upskilling, capacity building, and more practically, we create opportunities such as today's opportunity and project that is the Youth Energy Day. So I'm returning the question, what is the Youth Energy Day?
He's testing me now. So the Youth Energy Day is all about recruitment. And we're hosting this day in 4 different cities, Cairo, Lagos, Cape Town, and here in Nairobi. We're connecting online on Beyond Privilege, which I'll tell you about in a moment. But it's really designed to help us all understand, myself included, the huge amount of opportunities there are in the energy sector. Now, when I first came into the energy sector, I thought you had to be an engineer to get in. You had to be an engineer to get a job in the energy sector. But no. There are hundreds and thousands of jobs. AI, marketing, admin, project management, legal, finance. I could go on and on, but I'll let our recruiting partners tell you more about those jobs. But we're really here to open up a universe for you and inform you about all the different career paths you can take. You don't have to just be in one specific field to get into the energy sector. And we're here to explore the energy sector, talk about all the opportunities, how much development opportunities there are in the energy sector on the continent, and why this is exciting for you and why you are the future of our sector here. Question for you, Amin.
Yeah.
What is beyond privilege?
So beyond privilege is our way of digitalizing the concept of yes. So basically what we're doing is that we're bringing the yes community in an online platform where they're basically able to interact with the sector and create a space where they are able to build the future of the energy sector, but powered by the expertise of the current players. So basically, more practically, we have workshops. We also want you to interact with recruiters, but also with development banks. And early career professionals have a space where they can network. So we want to touch on everyone. So we also have today's way of interacting with you, people watching us from your computers. And we're going to use Slido. So Sidika, can you explain what Slido is, please?
So Slido is our online polling and question and answer system. It's on Beyond Privilege. So everybody watching from home or universities or online, you're as involved as everybody in this room. So get interactive and get connected, and you can also be part of the conversation here. On that note, I'm going to invite somebody up on stage to talk about yes and how yes has impacted his life. So Sebastian, please do come up on stage and give us a few words on what yes has meant to you.
Thank you very much, Anita. Good morning, everyone. For introduction purposes, my name is Sebastian Mwaula. I'm the co-founder and CEO of YNA Kenya. And I'm here to give how it has transformed or it have impacted on a personal life, on a business line, or from the encounter from the event, from the last event in Nairobi, what have transferred and what we have achieved. So thank you for this opportunity to speak before you. All protocols are observed. And I would like to say, like, when we attended the last event that was held in Nairobi, I had the team within YNA Kenya, maybe just to give a little, so that you understand from where we are coming from. It's an e-mobility company, a startup that's based in Nairobi, hacking the gender equality in the last mile deliveries, using sustainable transportation that is for electric motorcycles. So I had the team that we, the co-founders, and I was struggling to get the team on board because everybody understand, like, startup, they don't have money and they are looking for money. So, and you need the money to get the team so that you can hire now the team. So we ended being in a dead end. So in that, I came to the YES event with two targets: to raise or get to partnership and get the team. So when I got to YES event, unfortunately, the guys who are there, the team that came, they were big. So I was too small for them as a startup. So they had bigger ticket. They were looking for big project. So my objective turned to get the right team at that particular moment. So on this, my objective became to build the team. And that's when I networked with the different members, different background. We met and we had amazing time during the event. So on that, I managed to get 5 of them on board to my core team. And right now, we are working together with them, supporting. And on that, we have seen a greater milestone when it comes to partnership, because every institution, every company that they are looking to partner with you, the first thing they look is your team. Maybe a combination, how many years of experience combined. So on that, we have seen a greater milestone, like being selected to exhibit in different event, like COP28 itself. Last week I was in Lusaka exhibiting the same project, and also with the government. We are working together with the government, and all these, we saw success from the last event that we had from years. So on that, it is not only maybe just coming to the event, is what exactly, or the objective that you want to attain out of it, and then what exactly you do after the event, follow-ups and consistency on it. So thank you very much, Amina, for that opportunity. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
You're very welcome. There we go. Jobs and startups. That's one area we've already established. Now we're going to ask the famous Professor Israel to come and say a few words. He needs no introduction, so please come and join us. I will go around the room throughout the day and pick on people, so you can all introduce yourselves and say hello and tell us what you're looking to get out of Yes, so be prepared. Professor Israel, thank you.
Thank you, Amina. Good morning. So I greet you all and I welcome you in Strathmore University. I've been working here since 2010, so it's like 13 years in Strathmore, and yeah, I love this place, and I hope you also eventually end up getting to know us better, and then do some good stuff with us. The first thing I wanted to say is that the first time I met you was in the summit, the climate summit, Africa Climate Summit here in September, and I was invited to be in a panel discussion, and I just loved the energy of Yes. You know, it's kind of, yeah. Anyway, I'm not young any longer. Though perhaps I can try to ask you to come and run with me. I am a long distance runner, so I have done 7 times 42 kilometers marathon, and I began when I was 51, so there is time for you. Yeah. Yeah, so this year I didn't do 42, I did 21 in 2 hours 10 minutes, but I have been always a sub 2 for the half marathon. So yeah, I want to be young like yourself. And this guy called Aristotle, he says you are what you do habitually. Quality is not an act, it is a habit. So if you do some stuff every day, so the beginning is hard, but it becomes easier and easier as you know, eventually you are so immersed in that thing that you do that thing almost without thinking, isn't it? And people look, say, wow, I'm impressed. But for you, this is normal, isn't it? So which means that we have to acquire good habits. Yeah, because of course it says you are what you do habitually, but if habitually you get drunk, you are a drunkard, isn't it? Yes. So that's the thing. When I was preparing to talk to you, I thought to tell you something which is very important, is that you have to take initiatives. And I like what you said, you know, that, you know, prepare yourself for things. I never go to a meeting without being prepared. Never. Says, no, me, I'm going to open mind. No. You are missing a big opportunity to make an impact, you see? Yeah, so you prepare yourself, have to prepare, because gone the days that you come with a degree, say, sir, give me a job. You see, I got a second lower in what, such and such university. No. How this boss of Siemens is going to ask you, how can you make my life better? How can you help Siemens to be better? And then you can say, I have a certificate. It says, oh, sorry, you are missing the point, isn't it? Yeah. So I before coming to Strathmore, I spent 13 years of my life in Kampala. I taught for 13 years in Makerere, yes, and Museveni gave me a passport, so I'm a Ugandan, you know. Yes, a fake Ugandan, but I'm one. So I had a student, very bright kid called Hubert Chiimba. He graduated with first class in electrical engineering, and then he was called to join the Central Bank of Uganda, you know. It was nice. So he went there, and so first time he meets his boss, the boss just tell him, see this Excel file here. The guy says, yeah, I can see. Can you fill it for me with the data of this month? The guy looks and says, oh yeah, that's okay. And then he got the thing and says, for when? You know, give me a time. The guy says, anytime, you see, it's okay. So the guy turned around and says, well, if it says anytime, let me do it now. So he began working on it, and then came time for lunch. He says, this thing is exciting. See, he continued, and then he finished the thing, and then went back to the boss and says, sir, I finished. The man was impressed. He says, what? 4 hours. You know, let me disclose you something. The guy who used to sit where you are now would take 3 days to do that job. I'm impressed. So the guy says, okay. Then he says, so do you have a minute? He says, I guess you are using this thing as a tool to do A, B, and C, isn't it? The guy says, precisely, that's true. He says, now you see, as I was feeling this thing, I began thinking, what if I change this thing like this and this like that? And then you could come with something like that. So he produced the second Excel file with the changes that he had made. The guy looked at it and says, no, I can't believe I'm going to ask you for a pay rise for you now. You see, because he said, yeah, okay, that's a good thing. You see, it's just I'm a human being, I'm not a motor. An engine you switch on and you switch off, isn't it? On, off, yeah. But this gentleman is a human being. He put a bit of his skills and experience there, and he impressed people. So this is what I would like you all to do. We have to excel. You see, we can't just do things and move on, you see, because you know, I've been always in university. I finished my degree as 2 years in a banking environment, but then I came back to university in Brazil. Then, yeah, so what I have realized is that quite a number of us, when we were young, I was young, we have sometimes we live a life of entertainment-oriented life, you know. Yes, I mentor. Here we mentor people. Then I asked this young man, boss, how many Netflix do you watch per week? The guy says 5, you know, and he doesn't remember plot, title, actors, nothing, just, you know. How about, I'm talking to boys, how about Premier League soccer matches? 3, 4, sometimes more. Times 2 hours each, isn't it? Oh. And then, do you play some video game? Which one? FIFA. Wow, so he goes to Siwaka and plays FIFA for 3 hours. So that gentleman is in trouble. I have to say, boss, what are you doing with your life, you know? Yes, entertainment-oriented life. No, you have to work a lot and invest in the me limited, you know? Yeah. Here in Strathmore, we have something called dress code, you know. We don't allow the boys to come in Bermudas, open shoe, no t-shirt, has to be minimum polo, and etc. Now, and then they says, Prof, but why this such thing? Nobody in the planet is doing that. Says, okay, but you know, I have to train you, because when you get to a job, jacket, you see, and tie, and then, yes, so eventually they like it. They say, wow, this is me limited, I'm investing. And you see ladies walking around, they are dressed like princes, you know. Of course, I can't take a selfie with that but the boys, tie and jacket, yes, you know, yes. So the world is there for you. We live only once, isn't it? And then we die. So make a difference, you know, make an impact. And then the good news is that Africa is a young continent. The average age is 19. If you get yourself trained very well, actually IBM has a platform called Skill Build, in which you can do more than 1,000 courses for free. You attend class for free, you do exams for free, you get the badges or certificate for free, because they say they want to train 30 million Africans in the next 30 years. Yes, it is there for free. So forget Netflix, forget Premier League, forget, these video games stuff. I visited Notre Dame University in Indiana, south of Chicago there. Yes, those guys are nuts. They spend the whole year doing optimization, learning R and Python, and talking to a cousin who is doing some stuff there. They are looking for ideas, so they keep being selected from 400 at the end, where in April I was there, and they had the top 30 kids who had brilliant ideas. One of them was amazing. For old people, they don't listen very well, so they tend to be isolated. What? Excuse me? You see, so what this guy did was to put a pair of specs and put subtitles to your life. Can you imagine? Yeah, the guy is reading, so okay, amazing, and the other had a platform where old people could walk, and if they fall, they don't break bones, stuff like that. They are looking for the unicorn. So many kids who got $10 million with an idea, because they have been working. The sister who was also from Notre Dame, and a guy from industry, and an uncle, blah, blah. So this is something that we want you to do here. I would love somebody listen. We can have something on Ideas Festival and get people using their brains. So I thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy to see you, and I wish you a very, very good life. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Israel. Some inspirational words there. Maybe I should have worn a suit. I don't know how I got it. Can we invite G up on stage for our introductions? Great.
Hi, everyone. I do not know how I'm going to follow you, Dr. De Silva. Least of all because I do not run. So who knows? Thank you all for having me, and good morning. Just giving a few opening remarks to kick us off. So not so long ago, I was sitting where you are, starting my career in the energy sector by listening to people who have been here and have done this work. And so I'm really honored to join you today and want to really thank EnergyNet for hosting what is really an important event. It's bringing together people from diverse backgrounds. Okay, let's try another one. Is that better? Nope. Hello? Okay, we'll stick with this one. Bringing together people from diverse backgrounds and location in a shared pursuit of addressing youth unemployment in the energy sector. My name is Makena Ireri. I'm a director at GIAP, and GIAP is a collective movement for change. We are working to unlock renewable energy while creating employment and building emerging economies. Clean energy is essential for development. I think we all understand this intuitively, and more as we see what's happening in the world. Without it, we really can't make progress. And as we speak, about half the world's population is living in energy poverty. So not only is it essential, we really are in a crisis. So GIAP is formed in a spirit of radical collaboration. And what we mean by that is we're bringing together philanthropy, including our foundational partners like the IKEA Foundation, Bezos Earth Fund, and the Rockefeller Foundation, together with governments, other development partners, the private sectors, and communities. We're bringing all of those people together to tackle the twin challenge of energy access and how to create a just energy transition. We hope that we can unlock an era of inclusive green economic growth, not just in Africa, but across the world, and enable communities not only to meet their energy needs, but also to meet the climate goals and adapt to the changing climate. So really our mission is to accelerate renewable energy for people, but also for the planet. Ladies and gentlemen, in a world that is quickly evolving, where we have a bunch of crises, not least of all the climate crisis, pursuing sustainable energy transition has enormous power for the future. The transformation we seek has to be a collective response, a convergence of efforts from all of us, the government, distribution companies, private sector, multilateral organizations, and philanthropy. So it's exciting that today we are convening in 4 vibrant cities, and also online through the Beyond Privilege platform to extend our reach beyond borders. And this diversity of our physical and virtual presence, and also of the people represented in this room, really hints at the urgency and the relevance of the topic we're discussing today. It's clear that youth unemployment is a challenge, and this challenge transcends geography and transcends boundaries, and is really affecting all of us. We want to acknowledge the gravity of this issue. In Africa, it's not just about a statistic. Youth unemployment represents dreams that are not going to be realized, dreams that we are having to defer, potential that is going to remain untapped. And our continent, being home to a really rapidly growing population of youth, it will be such a mistake not to harness that energy, creativity, and ambition, because really we need it for our development and our progress. For example, in Kenya, the youth unemployment rate is honestly unacceptably high. According to the last population census, or maybe not the last, in 2019, 38.9% of youth were unemployed in this country. That's about 5 million young people. And that's projected to grow to up to 9 million youth by 2030. This statistic is really sobering. But what can we do? We need to start to focus on the solutions, and hence the significance of an event like this. So the Yes Youth Energy Day is a pivotal platform for industry leaders, experts, graduates like yourselves, organizations like us to come together to form some practical pathways towards employment. We are gathering minds who are committed to shaping the energy of our continent, and we want to work together with you to do that. And it really is our collective responsibility in this room to tap into the potential of the youth. And I see this event as a critical step in that direction. So in collaboration with EnergyNet, GIAP is really actively trying to address the issues of youth unemployment. We are taking really specific steps with youth, particularly women. I have to say, we have a little skew that way, but not only women. It's, you know, as long as you continue to hear me, otherwise I'll just shout. So GIAP has spent a lot of time working, I spent a lot of time this year working on how youth fits into our strategy. As you know, or maybe you don't know, we are a really young organization, only 2 years old, so we're really strategy at this point. So the 3 areas that we've identified where we think we can make a difference is creating awareness about the opportunities that exist for youth, making those opportunities practical and real and real. We want to invest in skill training and career development because we know that a skilled youth is that can be ready to take up the opportunities that exist. And then we want to have a solution, venture building development, using our philanthropic capital to help fund and grow businesses that are led by young people. So far, our efforts have really been around the first piece here, convening and awareness. This is where we have started. In June, we sponsored the Youth Energy Summit, for which Joseph, our Africa VP, is the chairman of the board. And in that Yes Summit and the mission to go beyond privilege, we're hoping we're making it easier for youth to access energy opportunities and drive transformational change. At the summit, we ran a really exciting pitching competition. We had 5 finalists. And these ventures were super exciting, and we funded a winner to go ahead and develop their solution from a prototype to, from an idea to a prototype. We call that the Yes Youthpreneur Energy Showdown. As you know, catchy buzzwords. We gotta keep it interesting, and we think this is one of the ways, innovative steps to give young people opportunities to show their entrepreneurship and a chance to showcase the solutions that they can deliver for the renewable energy sector. It's really encouraging to be in a competition like this. Young people are so, and we to be part of the support to fund them to do that. We're hoping to continue with this kind of support, especially with Fion Ventures, who are the winners, into helping them develop their cooker, their e-cooker further on that technology development. But we're not alone in this. We're not just doing it as GIAP. In Kenya, for instance, the Kenya Youth Employment and Opportunity Project is empowering and lifting youth. It's equipping them with essential skills, training, internships, and business grant opportunities, employment opportunities for them. This is jointly implemented by the Ministry of IT and the National Industrial Training Authority, NITA. We also have the Kenya Youth Employment and Entrepreneurship Accelerator Program, and this seeks to use a market development approach to create 1 million jobs in Kenya through entrepreneurship opportunities, at least in the next 5 years. And beyond that, there are public service internship programs as well, which is a government youth-led empowerment program to offer college graduate opportunities, hands-on experience, and build skills associated with the public service. Ladies and gentlemen, the World Economic Forum estimates that the transition to green energy is expected to generate 10.3 million jobs globally by 2030. And most of those are likely to be in energy efficiency, power generation, and the automotive sector. Kenya, for instance, has shown a lot of signs and intent in developing a thriving green circular economy by 2030. Therefore, a host of new employment opportunities are really on the horizon. A job census report of the renewable energy sector found that its workforce is already comparable to traditional energy and utility sectors, and therefore is going to play a key role in Kenya's future economy. Clean energy, private sector players and pioneers, some of whom and associations of whom you'll hear from today, are working hard across the country to support communities, to help them adapt to climate change, but also to have access to energy, raising their living standards and tackling inequality. This work will generate thousands of decent jobs. According to a recent report distributed on the energy sector, Kenya could employ 17,000 employees and 30,000 contract workers just in the near term. So we stand at the brink of a new era. The youth of Kenya and across Africa in our other cities should be excited about the opportunities that the renewable energy sector presents. It's evolving, it's expanding, and it's calling for fresh perspectives, innovation, and drive that we know young people can bring. So, in conclusion, as we gather here at YES on this Youth Energy Day, I guess I want to leave you with a call to action. Let's recognize that the energy sector holds a key to unlocking potential for youth in Africa. And it's not just about creating jobs, though that is important. It's also about those jobs creating a sustainable future for all of us, a future that we can be proud of. And to the young people here today, Professor De Silva offered some great advice, so I will chime in with a little bit of mine. It might sound the same. You need to take initiative. I think we all will talk about this, but it's so important. You drive your career. Nobody else can do it for you. Engage with the sector. It is vital. The sector is vital for our continent's future, and your hard work, your intelligence, your dedication are some of the most valuable resources. And then the leaders in here, any policymakers in the room, industry experts, organizations, talking to ourselves as well. I think it's time to move beyond discussion and to pave the way for young people. We need to invest in their education, provide them with real-world experience, the support to innovate and to bring those innovative ideas to action. And we must take concrete steps to provide meaningful employment. Meaningful meaning equitable, paid employment for young people, and ensure that these opportunities are fair and accessible to everybody. The potential for youth is immense, and we cannot really afford to waste it. So the decisions, the conversations, and the actions we take here today and in the near future will really shape this youthful continent. So let's think about establishing partnerships that combine the strengths of the energy sector and the fresh ideas of youth. I think together we can create a future of Africa that is prosperous and sustainable and led by the bright minds and young people who are here today and in all of our other locations. So thank you very much.
Thank you, McKenna, for such a positive speech, some big numbers there, and for such an inspirational speech. Thank you. Now we're going to move on to our next panel discussion, looking at tomorrow's jobs. I'd like to invite all the speakers up onto stage. And while they're settling in, I'm going to come and pick on you all so you can introduce yourselves. Let's start here. Do you want to tell us your name and what you are studying or doing and what you expect to get out of ES today?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Derek Njama, a third-year student at Strathmore doing electrical and electronics engineering. What I expect to get from today is to see what's in the industry, what opportunities I have outside there. Thank you.
Right, who else is avoiding eye contact?
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Derek from Multimedia University of Kenya. I'm a recent graduate with a degree in renewable energy and technology. I just came to explore my option in the energy sector. Thank you.
Wonderful, welcome. I shall continue picking on everyone throughout the day, so don't avoid me. With that, I'm going to hand over to the panel who are going to talk to us about tomorrow's jobs. If you have questions, there'll be plenty of opportunities. Raise your hands and I'll come round and you can interact and really get into the brains of our speakers. Over to you. Thank you.
Good morning. There's one of my, Olamide, please have a seat. Welcome. Thank you. It is such an honor and a privilege to stand in front of each one of you here.